to the Off-Grid family. Today it's not an instruction video, not a tutorial as such, but last night we lost one of our chickens. It died. Now this could have been old age, or it could have been how cold it got. We had an absolute freezing night last night. It's been okay nights up until then, and we just had a absolute freezer. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to sort out their hen house to make it a little bit sturdier for the winter months, because these are only pets. We don't actually have them for food. We will do, but we just don't have enough room. And an acquaintance of ours was getting rid of their chickens, and they just didn't want them anymore. So because they had to, we thought we'll get them as pets, we'll learn how to look after them and so on. And so they have just been our pets. You know, we'll have them till they die. They won't be cut up for stew. But what I want to do now is I want to just get out there. I want to sort out their house. Again, we bought the hen house with them, so it is just a bog standard. It was quite old when we got it. I've refelted the roof, but I think it could do with a bit of insulation on the inside. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to do some simple stapling of insulation on the inside. I'm going to fill it up with hay and sawdust, and we're just going to make it really nice and warm. You know, it's the last chicken left now. We did only have two, but it's on its own now. She wants to be a bit more comfortable. You know, she doesn't have the heat of the other one to keep her company, you know. So I'm going to just go out. I will empty out the box first, and then I will fill it with the insulation, as I say. And then it might be photos, it might be video, I'm not sure how I'll do this, but as I say, it's not a tutorial, it's just to show you what I'm going to do. And then basically, if you guys have got any suggestions, or you know, oh, don't do that, that was stupid, then I'd like to know, because I'm learning. Everything I do, I'm learning. I do as much research as I possibly can, and then I just get on with it. But the YouTube comment section can be the best resource in the world. It's often abused by people just giving you know, trolling about, just telling everyone how crap they are and then not doing anything themselves. But I really do appreciate any help I get through the comments. You know, I've had a lot of very useful comments, and I take everything on board. And if I do a reshoot of any of my videos, I always put comments about what people have said and so on, and I use that information. Anyway, I'm going to get on now. I'm going to empty out what's in there, and I'm going to just start clearing it out and making it a bit better. So let's get on. Okay, a few things I'm going to try that I've got at my disposal at the moment is these adhesive like tiles. They're plastic, but what I'm thinking is I've also got this insulation. It's not very thick, but I thought if I can staple this all around the entire area where they're going to be where she's going to be at night, bless them, I can then cover the bottom part with this so that any mess can be easily wiped off. Although this stuff is also waterproof, it just makes cleaning a little bit easier. But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut it all to size, and I'm going to staple the insulation all around, and then I'm going to cover the floor in these little tiles, and then we can fill it up with sawdust and hay and so on. Hopefully give her the last few years, or probably last year of her life, in a little bit of warmth. Right, I'm going to get on then. Okay, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see in here. Oh, it's not too bad. Right, I've closed off where they'd be laying their eggs. Well, where she will be laying her eggs, because it's too cold. She won't want to go back there anyway. And so what I've done is I've closed it off completely. And then I've put this arc of insulation round. And I'm going to fill the floor with wood chippings, sawdust. And then we're going to absolutely fill it to the brim with some hay, just so that she can stay warm, because now she hasn't got her friend, it'll be harder for her to stay warm. So hopefully just closing this off a bit and giving a bit of insulation will help. Then I'm going to insulate down this side and here in a minute. Okay, so there's the inside, as insulated as possible. And I've insulated the door a bit as well, so when that's shut it should be warm. And then this door, which shuts across this way, it's got stuff in the way now, I'll have to clean that out in a sec. So there's a door that will shut straight across here and here, so we can close them in, close her in nice and tight. So now I'm going to put in the sawdust as an insulated layer on the bottom. I did say I was going to be putting down the tiles, but because I've closed off the back part, I don't need to do that anymore. So next bit, sawdust. Here's the layer of sawdust. That is now about 2 inches thick. That's just an insulated barrier, and it'll absorb any liquids, so they shouldn't touch her. Next is the hay. Right, now there is a tiny percentage of hay. I run it clear enough, we've just run out, so my wife's just gone to get some, but because the light's faded now, I probably won't get to show you. But when she gets back, this is going to all be filled with hay. There's going to, you know, the chicken will happily find its way in, and I just want it to be completely surrounded by hay, so it can stay warm overnight now. And all doors and everything will be shut to make sure there's no breeze or anything like that. So if you're to do this, make sure you do fill it completely with hay, so that, you know, there's enough for her, because obviously she's going to compact it down quite a lot, and just add to it on a daily basis if you can. Okay, thanks for watching. See you again soon.